Welcome back to Seedmaster online training. In this module, we're going to be covering the main hydraulic block. The main hydraulic block is utilized on all Seedmaster machines. The hydraulic block is identified within all the operators manuals through the SR and the standard model machines. And it outlines the ability to set the unfold pressure, setting wing down pressure for the field position, allows us to operate and control the packing pressures. And from there, focuses on ability to control other pressures like the meter drive pressure. For each model year, we want to make sure we refer to the operator's manual for the proper pressure set points. Highlighted in the right-hand side of the screen, it points out the top of the hydraulic block. System pressure is the front gauge. It is one of the most critical pressures to have. This is tractor supply pressure. So when you activate the remote and apply system pressure, that is the pressure that will allow us to unfold the machine and create wing down pressure. The second gauge behind it is the wing down. That wing unfold pressure is registered on there and then allows to create a wing down pressure. Behind that is tank. That's your free return, which should ideally read 0 or as close to 0 as possible as it free returns to tank. If it has an on-frame metering system or a cart from Seedmaster, it will have a meter drive pressure labeled Raven or Raven meter drive pressure. And from there, there's an added diagnostic gauge behind that, which is labeled wing up. Wing up is when we're folding the machine up to know how much pressure it takes, but it also reads the back pressure that is applied when in the field position to allow us to properly adjust the wing down pressure. In the front of the hydraulic block, this is where we can adjust our pressures. So highlighted here, we'll go from left to right. We have a right wing lock and a left wing lock. Those will highlight and show further in the toolbar operation, allowing us to understand that we'll be able to control left and right unfold features and folding. From there, it points out outer wing lock and fast wing. Those two solenoids, again, are going to be covered within the toolbar operation. The outer wing lock is in place to allow us to unfold main wings and then outer wings second on all M-fold machines. The high pressure wing relief or thermal relief is if the machine is unhooked and sitting stationary in the sun. Should there be a high pressure reached, it will then relieve to atmosphere. This will be relieved out the rear of the main hydraulic block. Below this, you'll see we have fast wing pressure. That fast wing pressure is what is adjusted to allow us to set the unfold pressure. From factory, this will be set at 1500 psi and should not unfold when the switches are active and we're reading at 1500 psi holding pressure and the drill will not unfold. This relief can be turned in and increased to allow us to unfold the machine. We have a relief point set at 1500 as a standard pressure, but should there be more required, this can be increased. It's not increased greater than that typically as a safety provision should the fast wing solenoid be lodged or stuck open. The next one beside that is wing down. This is for when the wings are unfolded and it's in the field position. Wings down and pressure. We typically look or request a pause 150 to 180 psi of positive wing down pressure. This pressure can be adjusted as required to ensure that the machine contours. From factory, it will be set at 150 psi, but should we have pressure on the wing up gauge when in the field position or back pressure applied to wing up, we want to make sure that we follow the procedures in the manual to allow us to ensure that we have a positive wing down pressure above or positive 150 to ensure that the machine is contouring properly. Below this, we have the Raven meter drive pressure, which will be set at 2000 for all machines with on-frame or toe-between or toe-behind carts. The meter drive pressure will be set from factory at 2000 psi and is the pressure that's set going to the PWMs at the hydraulic meter drive. Should the machine not have a PWM operated lift kit cartridge highlighted here. This is a manual adjust lift kit. All 2022 model machines will have lift kit. Earlier models did not, and we want to make sure that our dealers are aware that this can be increased and decreased as required. Lift kit pressures should be decreased in dry conditions and can be increased in wet conditions for increased flotation. The last valve on the front is the tank relief. This is set up as a safety precaution. Should the implement be set up with a flat face coupler, and if it's not properly hooked up, it will then relieve if the tank pressure line hits 450 psi. It will relieve again out the rear of the hydraulic block through a port labeled to ground or atmosphere. Please refer to the operator's manual for added details. All 2022 machines are set up with smart openers. They require a continuous constant hydraulic. In the hydraulic hookups, it was highlighted that the red tag lines would be utilized and the flow control could be set to adjust how much flow is going to the openers to set the speed at which they'll raise and lower. In the hookups, we also highlighted a 3-pin connection for the in-cab foot switch, which activates or raises and lowers the openers. It does this by turning on and off the master valve. From there, when it's in the field position, in the down position, on the right-hand side, the PWM is what controls the packing pressure. This can be read on the shank down gauge or again on the screen in the toolbar screen. This is adjustable from the cab. As we go through setting up a machine, the operator's manuals do go through many steps of ensuring that proper system pressure is set, wing down pressures are identified, and proper packing pressures are accommodated for the seating conditions and depths that the drills are set to. However, Seedmasters wanted to share one more step to help both our dealers and their customers with setting up the drills for all models and years. On the Seedmaster website and dealer portal or SM Connect, there's a drill setting tutorial, which we recommend to all new operators, which helps them do a step-by-step setting of the machine. Feel free to download this for your viewing and field performance setup. Thank you.